Hey, it's Rob Key here with First Fridays High Five, and my buddy Cameron Davis here. We are with our very illustrious leader, one of our incredible leaders in the Indiana Wesleyan University, Bob Burchell. Bob is the Director of Spirit Care, which is the chaplaincy program for the National and Global Indiana Wesleyan University. He just happens to be in Hawaii and decided that he would come and visit us today. He's a brand new grandpa, so we're very excited for him. To give him our 5 leadership questions, and we'll see what Bob has to say about it.
Ready?
Go ahead, Cam.
Okay, so Bob, when people ask you who's your mentor, who's one person you look up to, who's one person that you do look up to, and why?
Well, I wish the person that comes to mind was still alive, but for years it was my uncle James Clark, who was my mentor. I was like a son to him. He was like a second father to me. But he's passed. He's with the Lord. And so I have a handful of friends that speak into my life. One of them is my coworker, John Lee, who is the university's online chaplain. So I value his input into my life. Not sure that I would call him a mentor, but he certainly has mentoring capability in my life. Then my pastor. Presently, that's our interim pastor, Lenny Lucetti. He's just a great guy. I value what he has to say. Take to heart his input into my life as well.
That's awesome. Okay, second question, Bob. What was your original interest in leadership? Why you actually stepped into the role that you're in?
Well, I served in local church ministry for 19 years prior to coming to Indiana Wesleyan. So for me, it's always been about ministry, and ministry in an academic setting is a different animal in a sense, but still it is ministry. And so I saw the opportunity to exercise ministry in this capacity, and it intrigued me. And my giftings were in the line of being a institutional chaplain, according at least that's what my wife told me. And so that's how I got placed in this. Interestingly, though, my call to ministry back in 1985 was at a speaking engagement in which I listened to John Maxwell, and he gave a call for those who were to come into ministry, and I responded to that, and I haven't looked back since.
That's awesome.
Fantastic. When it comes to mentoring, shepherding, helping mold and helping craft up and coming leaders, what's one character trait that you look for out of them?
Servanthood.
Servanthood,
humility. Good. Humility would be a second, strong second. But those who are interested not only in themselves but in the interests of others. And serving others.
Good question.
Perfect. Okay, Bob, next one is, what is your favorite book up to date?
You want the one I should say? Actually, growing up, I was a fan of Henry David Thoreau, and used to read avidly from Walden. And that was a very formative book in my upbringing. And I tend to still have yearnings toward some of what Thoreau had to say in that book. So I'm not a widely read person. I'm more of a technical guy and read technical guides. And but I tell you, one book I did read right after becoming a Christian was Loving God by Chuck Colson. That was very instrumental in launching me spiritually. And I still cite that today, obviously, as an important book in my past.
Awesome. Thank you.
And final question, I'm going to make it easy for you. If you could break bread with anyone, who would it be and why?
Wow. break bread with anybody, who would it be and why? Well, I'm going to have to go with John MacArthur. He is a pastor, a theologian, a preacher. I love what he has to say on his broadcasts, his podcasts, and I would just like to get to know him a little bit better. I value his insights. Love listening to his sermons. There's probably someone else I could think of, but I really like John MacArthur a lot.
Yeah, very good. Great answer, brother. Well, hey, thank you so much for taking the time to be with us. Enjoy your grandchildren. Enjoy your kids while you're there. Bring some of the sunlight back for us here in Indiana, if you would. And from Cam Davis and myself and First Fridays, thanks for joining High Five, brother. God bless you. God bless you all. And tune in again for another High Five.